A406. Eh? That's where I am. I was wondering whether... Ah, yes, that's true. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. That is correct. So anyway, guys, how are you today? Welcome to my vlog. You can probably hear me talking a bit weird, and there is a reason for that. I don't know if he's turning. No, it's not. But I'm not gonna overtake him because it's like he's not letting me overtake. You can probably hear me talking funny or something, and there is a reason for that. That reason is I've been to dentist yesterday, and let me tell you, there were some problems. So I told you about my crown. It fell out, right? But he couldn't repair it. He couldn't make another crown. He couldn't repair it because the tooth was literally just mostly gone. So nothing. Hey, why is he backing up over there with that police car? Nonetheless, so he said to me, yeah, now we cannot do another crown. Your option would be to do a bridge, basically. But I didn't want a bridge. I already have one, and I would need another one anyway. But I'll talk to you about that in a second. And so, he said, you can do a bridge over here because the teeth next to that one are pretty much all right. So you can just do a bridge. But I said, nah, I don't want to do a bridge. Let's just go for an implant straight away. So, are you sure? Yeah, I will go for an implant. Can it be done? Yes. Then let's go for an implant. That's it. And I just asked him, how much you gonna charge me for the implant? It's like 900, 1,000 kind of thing. So all right, that's fine by me. I'm fine by that. 900,000 pounds for an implant. I said, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So we proceeded to take out the tooth, basically, because we had to take out whatever was remaining of that tooth first. And I also told him to do a filling while I'm at it, so that, I have something else done. So he said, all right, that's no problem, I can do a filling for your tooth. So he did the filling first, and then he started extraction. Now, that was a bit painful, though, because the tooth was broken inside. So he extracted by parts, so part by part, so it wasn't like whole extraction thing at once. No, he had to extract it by parts, and let me tell you, that was fucking painful. I had to dig inside my fucking jaw, literally jaw, because you have bone over there where the tooth kind of stick out, so he had to literally dig into there through my gums and everything in order to take out the shards, the pieces that were broken. So that was a problem, but now it's extracted. So that was a kind of surgical operation. Operation is a situation. Situation. Yeah, procedure, basically. That's what I wanted to say. So he usually charges more for that, but he charged me normal tooth extraction for that. So yeah, no, I'm gonna charge you normal tooth extraction. So I'm grateful for that. So we did extract that, and he did the filling on my other tooth, and I paid altogether £215 for those two things, which is not expensive, I would say. And then, in 3 months he has to heal up and everything, and then I'm gonna do an implant. And in 2 weeks I have another visit with him, and I'm gonna do, because he advised me not to do an implant where I have that 7. I told you about the 7 as well, when there is no 8 and there is no 6. So it's just on its own kind of thing. And he said, there's too little space for an implant over there. I mean, you could probably do it, but I wouldn't advise it. I can just do a bridge over there. It will be cheaper for you and stuff like that. I said, okay, if you think it's too little space, it's kind of pointless, let's do a bridge over there. So in 2 weeks time I'm going there to do a bridge. Shit, my gums are stitched, so I can feel myself talking weirdly. So I have stitches on my gum because that was surgically removed tooth kind of thing. He had to open my gums, literally. And so, I have stitches now, and I can feel them when I'm talking with my tongue. I can feel the stitches on my kind of cams and everything. Okay, why is that such a problem over there? Usually you can turn and people can just go. Shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, he stitched it up and everything. I'm not gonna show you pictures. It looks bad. Obviously he's gonna take off the stitches, I think, next in 2 weeks time, because I'm going there anyway. And he's gonna do the bridge for me. And I'll ask him also whether I need any other fillings and stuff like that, just to have that off my head for another few years at least. And then the implant. I have 3 implants to do, to be honest, but I'm doing this one first. So I'm gonna do that implant, which I've talked about, which I removed the tooth for it, basically, whatever was left of it. So I removed whatever was left of it, and I'm gonna do implant there first, and then I have 2 other places I can do an implant, which I'm probably gonna do, but I don't want to do them in like right now, because first of all the teeth are already extracted there, and the holes ain't gonna get smaller. Let's be honest with that. And at the same time, yeah, it will cost me about £2,000 or something like that, and I'm not interested in spending that much before Christmas. Kids want presents. I don't have kids, but other people do. And I have to spend some money on that, so yeah, no. I'm gonna do that next year or something like that. It's not in a rush for that. And the implant for this tooth I extracted yesterday, basically. Yeah, that's gonna be next year anyway, because he cannot do it now. He has to heal up and everything, so... I'm probably talking weirdly. I can hear myself talking weirdly with my tongue. So yeah, that's the update about my teeth. I suppose I didn't spend that much yet, but yeah, I have some stuff to do. Especially with those implants later on next year, perhaps. So yeah, that's my new computer right there. No, not gonna get another one. I mean, if something nice comes out, like a nice game comes out on the computer and I kind of run it, then probably I will buy a new computer. Right now, I don't need it, to be honest. So I'm fine right now. As for the bike, because as you can see, probably you noticed that a long time ago, I am doing a vlog on a different bike. I'm not doing it on my Suzuki. I was already on my Suzuki. I was out on my Suzuki just rode around for about an hour. And then I decided to take this one because I do have to shuffle my bikes. So in order to hide the Suzuki, I have to take this one out. So since I had this one out, I decided to, just ride around on it and make a vlog. And you can see a bit, how it rides and stuff like that. Maybe you didn't watch my return, kind of first time riding it, so there you go. You can see it now. It performs really well so far. I mean, it's fine for what it is. Very economical. I tanked it once for £6 and it still has like 2/3 of a tank. So I'm not complaining. There you go. I'm not complaining at all. I've changed. Well, the light is fine. During night, I did come back during the nights, and the light is fine. I like the light. The mirrors are working fine as well. These are the new mirrors. The brakes are alright. Indicators work. Everything works. The dipped and what's it called? Main beam works, so that's fine. I usually don't ride around with this helmet though. Because I'm not vlogging on this bike really, so it doesn't matter if I have a mic, and I only have one mic. I'm thinking about buying another camera, to be honest. I want to buy another camera. Also drift camera, but I want to buy the 4K one, because this one is about 3 years old. Still works, I have no problem with it. Still works, still perfectly fine. But it doesn't record in 1080p 60. And no other camera than Ghost 4K records in that. So I was thinking, moving on to either 1.4K or 1080p but 60, not. and I could just use this one for like a back kind of thing, a view, or just mount it somewhere on my shocks or something, because the shocks, they don't move, but it's like, it's fine. I can mount it somewhere there, perhaps, maybe on something, maybe I can mount it. So I was thinking about that, because I need a new camera. It's about 3 years old, like I said, and it's a bit battered, it's a bit, you know, it's a bit rubbish already, has kind of hiccups sometimes. So I want to stay with Drift. I like their camera, so I'm not gonna kind of experiment again, kind of thing. I don't want to do that. I experimented, it was shit, and I'm not gonna spend money on fucking cameras all the time. I just want to buy one, have it for a few good years, and then I can move on to another one. Don't want to experiment, don't want to check other cameras. This one works for me and I'm fine with that. So I'm thinking about 4K now. But also I'm spending money on my teeth right now, so I'm not gonna buy it now. Maybe if there is a nice deal on like on their website, like it's on discount on something, Black Friday, I think it's next week or something, or Boxing Day, for example, that could be also a deal there. So I suppose that could work. I'll have to check, but yeah, I'm thinking about buying. It doesn't have to be this year. This one still works. It's weird talking these words because I'm touching where my tooth used to be, and there's a stitches there, and it's like weird feeling. So it's like I'm talking like that because my tongue is touching the stitches all the time, and I'm trying not to touch them. Shit. Yeah, so I'm thinking about buying new cameras, so maybe I'll have two cameras. So this one will be used as a kind of different view, perhaps. I'm not a fan of different view. It's like, doesn't matter. I'm vlogging. The content is important, and maybe what you see in front, like maybe views and stuff like that. Not 10 different views. It's like I'm not a professional vlogger or anything like that, so it doesn't matter to me, to be honest. But yeah, since I would have two cameras, why not use it for another kind of view or something? I don't know, backwards view or something like that. I don't know. Was that me? I got used to this clash though, to be honest. So I'm now used to this clash. It's fine. Sitting behind the L plate though. Oh, he's turning. Is he? Are you turning? Okay, it's red light anyway. Yeah. Also the floater for this bike, right? Now it says 4 bars out of 5. But at that point, like a second ago, it's showing 2. Now it's showing 3. So I don't know if that's real now. Now it's showing 4. It's kind of weird floater. I know I have fuel. I know I have like half a tank, maybe something like that. So it's fine. So that floater is a bit. Everything electronic wise is a bit lagging on this bike, to be honest. It's like a bit laggy. That's it. Yeah, anyway, these are the updates I have for you guys. It's about, you know, camera. Maybe I'll get a new camera soon, so you'll get better quality, basically, videos. It's always good to have better quality videos, right? And then I think my tooth is bleeding again. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's gonna stop soon. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I can see my light on this Ford. Ha ha ha. Let's turn. Yes. It's nice nippy bike for going around the city, you know, 20-30 miles an hour roads. Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. I don't complain. I just have to babysit sometimes. Babysit it sometimes. and it's slow when it starts up. The revs are kind of lagging as well on this bike, and the speedo. So I'm going about 30 now. Yeah, there you go, about 30. I'm gonna stop accelerating, and it showed me 31 for a while without stopping, and then 28. It's kind of, you get a feeling for it, you know. I don't know if that all of them have that. Nice job. Now there is something I noticed. I can talk about that. When I'm on my Suzuki, people don't dare do that kind of shit. So I guess learners, even without L plates, when you're on a small bike, I suppose people are less fucking courteous to you, less polite. It does happen. I don't have L plates on this bike. I can ride any bike I want. It just happens to be 125. But people are less polite to me on this bike than on my Suzuki. On my Suzuki, they don't dare do that kind of crap sometimes. They see a big bike and they just literally fucking stop. But when they see this one, they kind of, oh, I don't give a shit, I will go out. So I kind of get the awareness at this stage, you know, because maybe I didn't notice it when I had my Suzuki and Honda that much. But I do notice it now. Like, people are less polite to me on this bike when I'm on this bike. They just kind of overtake me more dangerously. They do that kind of shit, this kind of shit. Now I still remain calm, the same as if I was riding my Suzuki, but that's not the point. The point is people have different fucking perception of you. Even though you are the same rider, what you ride matters apparently to some people. So if I ride my Suzuki, people are not as fucking impatient with me and stuff like that, and I can accelerate much faster and stuff like that. They cannot fucking, like, you know. This guy is impatient in overall, as you can see. He's gonna go red, and now he actually managed to go on orange, amber if you prefer. I prefer orange. But to be honest, people are less polite to me on this bike. I've noticed that. I've noticed that when I ride, for example, I used to ride the same kind of route with Suzuki, and people didn't do that kind of crap. Now I ride with this one, and people do this kind of crap. So I would suggest to people, like, yeah, obviously, I don't. As you can see, I have a full license. I don't mind 125. I'm not gonna tell people stop fucking riding 125s. No, you should be able to ride 125 whether you're on airplanes or not. Even when you have a full license, you should be able to ride 125 without fucking people kind of, how to put it, discriminating against you because you don't have a big bike. I have a big bike. I just happen to have a small one as well. So in that regard, I would say, you know, drop your L plates. Drop your L plates, because it seems to me, especially in London, maybe outside London not as much, because people are usually more polite outside London. And I mean outside London, not like in Manchester. I'm just saying outside London, outside big cities. People are usually more polite. And it does happen because whenever I go out of London and I go for a trip or something, people are more polite. They let you in, they apologize, literally people are polite. In London, nah, don't expect that, mate. No shit's given, stuff like that, you know. Go, so on. So yeah, that is something you can watch out for. So I would suggest people do their licenses and drop that L plate as soon as possible, because you do get better treatment even without L plates. Even you're still on 125, you still get better treatment because you don't have L plates. Yeah, there will be idiots who will try to overtake you even when you don't have L plates, and I don't, and people still overtake me dangerously sometimes. But it's not as much as when you have driving, you know, you're riding normally. I'm riding normally right now in my lane. I'm not trying to overtake anyone and stuff like that. I'm just sitting in the traffic kind of thing. And I suppose people would be less kind of pissed about you if you don't have L plate, even though if you're on 125 kind of thing. or just get a bigger bike. I don't like to say that though, because I think you should be able to ride whatever bike you want. If you want to ride 50cc, even when you have a full license, you should be able to do that and do that safely. People shouldn't discriminate about you just because you have 50cc. It doesn't matter. I like that 50cc. I want to use it. I have full license. I passed my license. I know how to move about on the road. I proved it. I just want to use 50cc. Whose business is that? I want to use 50cc. Fuck off. That's my fucking choice. You want to use Nissan Micra? I'm not going around telling people, oh, Nissan Micra, it's a shit. Well, it's a shit car, perhaps. It's slow and shit and stuff like that. Get a fucking BMW or something, much better. I'm not going around people saying that because it's a small engine, like half a liter engine or something. I don't give a shit. It's your choice, maybe for your circumstances. This car is perfect. Maybe you don't have a large family, for example. You need a small car just to nip around the city, stuff like that. You don't go anywhere on the trips. You don't need power in your car. You don't need to pay fucking huge amounts of money for fuel or for insurance and stuff like that. There you go. Good circumstances. Why not use that? If it's alright with you and you're happy with that, who are other people to judge you for that? So like I say, you can use any car, you can use any bike. Shouldn't be discriminated against that. Just because I have a big bike, does that command respect in some sort? No. I have full license, I can ride anything. So if I'm on 125, that should be as much respect for me as I'm riding a 650. So that's what I'm saying, you know, just look out guys, especially if you're on a small bike. Even if you have a full license, look out, because people do treat you differently. I noticed that. Maybe I didn't notice that in the past, I don't know why, but I did notice that now. I suppose maybe I'm more conscious of that now, I don't know. But people treat you differently. When you're on nail plates, when you're on a smaller bike, they do treat you differently. They treat you like you're a fucking annoyance on the road. I know how to ride. I've been riding for fucking over 10 years. Maybe more than the people in those fucking cars. That's what I'm saying. Don't assume shit. Because the guy on 125 could be a racer. He just happens to like 125s. What can you do about that? Cannot a guy like 125s? I like every bike. I like every bike. It doesn't matter to me if it's 125 or not. It could be 50cc. I can be happy on that. Oh yeah, that vlog's going further away from what I was supposed to talk about, which is my teeth, my camera and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna end it there. Just look out guys, just a word of caution basically. You look out when you're riding a smaller bike, because people do treat you a bit differently. I noticed that even if you have no L plates, they treat you differently. I suppose with L plates they treat you even more differently. That is true. But even without the L plates, if you don't have L plates, they do treat you differently than you are on a bigger bike. Don't know why, but they do. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching guys. I'm not gonna make these lights. Maybe I will. I did. Thanks for watching guys. As always, you know, visit in the future and stuff like that. Do give it a like, subscribe and so on. It's the usual message you heard a million times on the internet, or rather on YouTube. Yeah, I'll do more vlogs on this, I suppose. This one was kind of a tryout, and also I had nothing really else to talk about besides my teeth. So there you go. I talked about that, and about, you know, riding a bike, a small bike, as a full license owner. Like I said, it is different. So maybe if you have two bikes like me, one is small, one is big, maybe you also notice that difference, or maybe you never noticed. Then pay attention perhaps. Maybe you will notice that difference. I've noticed it, and it's really there. So I'm not shitting anyone, I'm not joking. It is really there. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. I will see you in my next vlog video, whatever it's gonna be. Blast out.